Hey, Raider Nation, how you guys doing for another great episode of the Unfiltered Truth? I'm your host, Phil Jones. I'm just going to get right into it. Yesterday was a tremendous load of bullshit. It was disgusting. Our team played horrendous once again. But damn, that defense was terrible as hell. And you know what? There's no more Paul Guenther. Yes, Matt. Oh no, we suck again. But no, Paul Guenther is been relieved of duties, and Rod Marinelli is in the driver's seat for the final 3 games of the season as defensive coordinator. It looks good, but you're like, this is too little, too late. This should have happened. I don't know, maybe going around there like after the bye week when we got our ass blown out by Tampa Bay. It should have happened long ago. I mean, there were some folks that said John Gruden was not going to fire Paul Guenther. Well, half of you guys were right, and half of you guys were wrong. Because I'm just going to say this. There's one guy that's truly running the show, and he does not like to be embarrassed. And that's Mark Davis. Let's be real, ladies and gentlemen. If you're an owner, do you honestly want to keep seeing your team get blown out by 44 points, 40 points, 42 points, 37 points, 38 points? It's a fucking embarrassment. Why in God's name is this man still coaching this defense? Damn, my dad is turning over in his grave. If I'm Mark Davis, I'm saying this to John Gruden. I don't give a rat's ass if he's your best friend. I'm your best friend because I'm the one that's paying your ass. And if you don't get this shit together, there's going to be a foot in your ass. And yeah, that happened. How do you fix it? You know what? Earl, you hit a good one, man. Take a bow right now. How do you fix it? I had to really look all day up and down. I know I have a lot of you folks that suspected that, this is Paul Guenther. This is Rod Marinelli controlling the D line and the stunts, and these stunts are, it's not helping our defense. From what I've seen, those are not his stunts. If you look at what's been going on the entire season with the stunts for the D-line, they've been crashing inside. I've looked at a handful of I did a comparison between Guenther and Marinelli, and I thank Kevin Wynn for helping me with this. Y'all should get that man some respect. I know some of you guys be up and down with him, but, sometimes we all don't agree to disagree. But I went back and looked, and yes, Rod Marinelli, what he does is stunts for his D linemen. They slant. They do a lot of slants. I look at Guenther and that, I'm like, hold up, this is not Marinelli. So when it seemed like we were going to have Marinelli to kind of like say, hey, I'm going to oversee a little bit of this and that, I'm going to have some input on this, it felt like Paul looked at it and Paul just said, fuck out of here. He still went and did his own thing. Yes, the defense was changed out. The scheme was changed out in the beginning when John said it. It truly was. And then Paul still wanted to go back with a few of his things. So there's that. And you see what the end result is. Paul Guenther is gone. All he had to do was just get rid of that scheme he was running. I shit you not, I bet you he stuck with the scheme that John Marinelli, Mayock wanted him to run. I bet he still have this job right now. I bet he would. And damn, that is funny. A good defense is a great offense. Adam Gase for new defensive coordinator. Oh, yeah, crack me up, man. But yeah, he had to go. He had to go. I mean, seriously. Everybody wants to know, and we're going to jump in it. I mean, shit, we got 3 games left. I'll get into it because I'm just going to be a dream crusher tonight for you guys. I'm sorry. But we got to come to reality on some shit. But I'm going to say this. Yeah, there are candidates that the Raiders are already looking at. I mean, you're always going to have that one guy like, everybody's handling this shit. I need you to handle that guy. Because I'm going to tell you this. To be honest, in my opinion, I felt that the Raiders should have never let go of Brentson Buckner. This almost, in a way, reminds me of what happened with Jack Del Rio at the time because, I'm like, damn. I don't think you should have got rid of that guy, but instead, you kept that guy. You got rid of your offensive coordinator, and you still kept the defensive coordinator going to the next year. This is almost the same damn thing what John Gruden did. You got rid of your D-line coach where you should have kept, you got rid of the D-line coach and you kept the shitty-ass defensive coordinator. Stupidity. Arrogance. Stupidity and arrogance. Yes, that's what it would. It would make a great headline. Paul Guenther, stupidity. John Gruden's arrogance. May have been the downfall of this, but it's not just personnel. It's also players. I mean, shit. Let's be real here. We look at how Jonathan Abrams played yesterday, got his ass twisted up like a damn pretzel. He has no business dropping back in the. Oh, there we go. Oh, all right. He has no business being in coverage. I'm sorry. I can't deal with this anymore. And he makes boneheaded penalties that gives the Colts the opportunity to get half the distance to the goal. And they can just, we're going to score again. And then this fool knocks his ass out of the game. You got to be the dumbest motherfucker to knock your own ass out of a damn game. How many games has he done this shit by now? He's done what? 1, 2, 3. This is what the 5th time he done knocked his ass out of a damn game? Come on. He need to get his shit together. And you wearing number 24? All the legends have worn 24. Shit, Michael Huff looking better than your ass. It's frustrating. And don't get me started. And like I said, the D-line, the pass rush, you had one pressure the entire game. One pressure. You mean you couldn't hit or touch that aging Phillip Rivers that has his own 53-man roster and kids? You mean you couldn't pressure? You couldn't sack him? You couldn't knock his dick in the dirt? Come on, man. Seriously. You couldn't take care of business. You had one job. That one job was, hey, We're at home. We have to win. Defense, don't bend. Well, excuse me. Bend, but don't break. And oh wait, y'all fucking just broke. And I said Mullins will probably be lined up with T.Y. Hilton, and it should have stayed like that. First off, for the love of God, I'm praying that when we go into the future, get rid of Nevin Lawson. I don't ever want to see him in a Raiders jersey again. I don't care what the fuck Pro Football Focus and said that this man has a 79.8 PFF stat. I don't give a damn. He got bitched by T.Y. Hilton. He snatched the ball, looked down at him like, who the fuck are you? You're a has-been. You're the poor man's version of DJ Hayden. And then, this is where stupidity, once again, with this defense, why are you putting this Sammy Davis Jr. looking motherfucker in slot again? Why are you putting, and if you want to know who Sammy Davis Jr. looking motherfucker is, that is LaMarcus Joyner. Why are you continuing to put him in the slot? And I'm just going to say this. If y'all saw the video, I think Brandon Thorne put it up from All 22. I looked at it. I was like, damn. Why the fuck did Vic Beasley get his ass blown out? I mean, shit. He got Pascal came out of nowhere and just went pow. I was like, shit, you just saw this man laid up on the ground like Yamcha getting blasted on Dragon Ball Z. I'm like, shit. And you call yourself an edge rusher, getting knocked out by a slinky-ass wide receiver, and then the motherfucker proceeded to run his route. I mean, seriously, we were an embarrassment. You know what this game clearly reminded me of? Was when we played against, another AFC South team that went to the playoffs and did some damage. We went up against the Tennessee Titans last year. I'm going to say this shit. I swear, if I hear somebody say, well, the Colts were a tough team and, we didn't have, what was some of you motherfuckers saying all year long? And I said it. No excuses. Whatever it takes, we're all in. I don't want to hear a damn fucking excuse about, we couldn't do this and that because we didn't have. No, man, next man up. You better step the fuck up and get the job done. It's 3rd and 7. You can't get off the field. You giving up 16, 17 yards. Come on. This defense was ass. And I'm coming at the offense too. That asses thought they were safe. Fuck out of here. They ain't safe. Nobody's safe. I'm coming after the whole damn team tonight. Give you the top 4 picks of who's going to be the defensive coordinator because for the love of God, I'm begging them. They better bring in some good shit. They better bring in a great staff, and they better get us as top 10 for the next 10 to fucking 15 years. First off, much respect to no, excuse me. It ain't commitment to excuses. It's commitment to mediocrity. Okay? Today's show is commitment to mediocrity. And I'll take excuses. But the thing of it is, I'm looking at it right here. Mullen did his job. Eric Harris is just like, you just scratch your head and you just wonder, why? And then you see this Goldilocks looking motherfucker playing safety, who is Jonathan Abrams. thinking I can hit everything. No, dum-dum. You got to learn to cover. Motherfucker dyeing his hair looking like he think he fucking Cisco and shit. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm done with him. You a first round pick. You come out here looking like straight trash. You may have 2 interceptions. Stats are fucking deceiving. You haven't done shit in this league. I see you running your mouth. Word is you run your mouth in practice like you the baddest motherfucker there is, but you can't cover shit. You couldn't cover Travis Kelce if he was on one fucking leg. I mean, come on. And Arnett, God bless that child, because, I just look at him when he hurts himself. I'm like, you is smart. You is kind. You is important. Wrap up, oh, Jesus. Wrap up. That's all you got to do. And that's the problem with this defense. Y'all don't know how to wrap up. Y'all motherfuckers went through 4 years of college playing college football for powerhouse schools, and you don't know how to wrap up? How the hell you don't know how to wrap up and tackle? It's like they reverted back to like some Boys and Girls Club bullshit. How do you forget your fundamentals? How? You know what? Kev, you said, Guenther doesn't teach it at practice and all that shit. That may be true, but the fact of the matter is, you know how to tackle. For years, you were taught the basics on how to wrap up, and you're still not doing it. This Raider team, probably by the end of the season with these last 3 games, are going to give up 200 missed tackles. They're already at 100 plus right now. 100 plus missed fucking tackles. That's sad and pathetic. I'm going to tell you this. This defense is so bad that I don't know if you guys heard that high school in Texas, the school for the deaf, the hearing impaired, they play better defense than the Raiders. They play better defense than the Raiders. They know how to communicate. They know how to create pressure, and they know how to create turnovers. And oh yeah, they can sack the quarterback. I mean, seriously. Wendy, I feel you. I don't care. I didn't care what color his hair was. His hair could have been gold like Kyle Kuzma. But, Kuzma, he changed it back, and look, he got his ring. But the fact of the matter is this man ain't playing good defense. He's playing trash-ass defense. And for each and every one of you guys that pay for NFL Sunday Ticket, live streaming it, going to the bar, spending your money, going to the game if you can, on the road, just in general, anything you spend on the Raiders or to watch the Raiders, this shit ain't fair. It's the same talk we didn't have last year. This is the same talk we had back in 2018. And y'all still doing the same dumb shit in performance. This is pathetic. 3 years. 3 years straight of mediocrity. Not even mediocrity on this defense. Just trash on the defense. Overall, this team is mediocrity. But I promise you, let's get to the damn offense, because the only thing right now that's been looking good is special teams. You heard it, ladies and gentlemen. Special teams is looking better than that shit show. Offense, okay, yeah. Whoever said this offense was elite, go sit your ass down in the corner And I tell you to come out of the corner when you good and ready to figure out what dumb shit you probably said. This defense, this offense right now, elite shit. Let's look at where this offense is looking at. They're good. Don't get me wrong. The offense is good, but they're not elite. We're going to get Corey Littleton. Don't worry about that. We're going to get every penny back. But I'm sorry. This is pissing me off. And everybody's sitting there wondering like, damn, we're going to see the playoffs this year? Are we going to make the playoffs? I'm sorry, little Billy. We're not going to make the playoffs because we don't know how to finish games. Excuse me. Off the skin of our ass, you know what? We're number 10. I was about to say, damn, we're about to basically finish where we were last year. Probably so. We probably will end up finishing 11th. But everybody, excuse me, everybody got all the excuses in the world. Everybody bitched and complained that we needed this. We needed that. We needed this. And we also needed that. So you know what the Raiders went and did? You get a receiver. You get a receiver. You get another receiver in the draft. Let's go pick up a backup running back to accompany Josh Jacobs. That's a running back right there. Now, the stable point of this offense is supposed to be run their ass over until they can't take it no more. Where's that at? 13 rushes for 49 yards. You couldn't even get 50 yards yesterday rushing on the ground. Now, all-purpose yards, you probably got about 100 yards because there's a lot of check downs going to the running back. But I'm going to say this, and I had to talk to some folks to make sure that I say what I say correctly. I know we got injuries and shit, but hey, it's next man up. I looked at the Eagles last year. They had a shit ton of injuries. And you know what they did? Still found a way to make the damn playoffs. Look at the damn Washington football team. You know what they are? In first place in that shitty-ass division. Nobody had them being first place in that division, even if it was shitty or not. A total of 74 yards. Close enough. But still. Why wasn't Brian Edwards a factor? You know, we have all these wide receivers. It's not the coach right there. Who's supposed to be throwing the football? That's all I got to say. Who's supposed to be throwing the football? Not John Gruden. And not Paul Guenther. See, I didn't put no blame on Derek Carr about this defense because that ain't his fault. But there are times that I continue to see shit left out on that field where it could put you, 14 points, 21 points ahead of a team that is giving you a problem where they're trying to go back and forth. I don't know. I'm going to say this right here. You know what's funny? Really, Carr didn't deal with that much. Really didn't even deal with any pressure yesterday in the game, so it made no damn sense. I saw my shot. You saw our shots to Aguilar. But what was the problem not seeing your other shots to your wide receivers? You invested a first-round pick in Henry Ruggs. Henry, where are you? Why aren't we running some slant plays for Henry? Why are we not running some screen plays, some drag routes? All of a sudden, we start doing it. No, bro. Yeah. That's what you hear out there now. We good. If I'm Henry Ruggs, you got me running nonstop every fucking game. You think I'm going to be giving you 4.27 speed? I'm fucking tired because I'm a human fucking being. And you expect me to run all game long, just to open up the offense. And I don't give a fuck what you heard, what John Gruden said. Because John Gruden will lie. Ruggs is running out there only getting 3 targets. Ruggs could be getting about 6 targets at the most. 6 or 7. And probably get about 4 or 5 of those bad boys. But instead, I got a quarterback that will check down it to the running back nonstop, over and over and over and over. And you saw how that pick 6 happened. You know what that pick 6 reminded me of yesterday? You remember when we played the Rams and he kept checking it down to the tight end, kept checking it down to Cook, and then he was throwing it to Rashard, and it bounced off, and then boom, pick 6. There's no excuse. He just needs to run the route tree. The motherfucker is running a damn route tree. The motherfucker is running from every damn part of the creation. The motherfucker that ran out of the stadium down to the strip. And he's still wondering, where the hell's the ball at? You know why, Jay? You know why Bowden is getting what he needs to get? They put him in a situation to where he can succeed at. If you remember Lynn Bowden Jr., when he was at Kentucky, he was primarily a slot receiver. What they're doing, they're using him as a Randall Cobb kind of player, and that's how he should have been ran. And you would have Raiders still would have got business done. It don't make no sense. I feel sorry for Ruggs. Ruggs be running nonstop, man. Ruggs, if you calculate all the yards that Ruggs have ran, Ruggs then basically nearly took a whole damn trip around the whole damn world. So if I was Ruggs and I'm coming out there to line up and run a route and shit, 95% of the time, I'm not getting that damn ball. So do you think I'm going to come out hitting 4.27 speed? Hell no. Hell no. And this is sad and pathetic. I get it. We have Darren Waller. And Darren Waller, that was a blessing. Don't get me wrong. But you got to deliver it to everyone. Like, to be honest, Derek Carr, if you deliver it to everybody, bro, you've been at, I don't know, thrown for about 4,000 yards. Now, everybody's going to say, well, there's been some drops from Nelson Aguilar. I mean, yeah, it's going to be some drops from Nelson Aguilar. But if you go back and look clearly at the film, there's some times that, hey, you threw behind your guy. You threw behind him. When you throw about an equal amount of those balls being thrown behind your receiver, where you need to throw it in front of them to lead them out towards the sideline or out towards the field where they can get the stride on the guy, that's what I want. I want my receiver to go out and stride, grab the ball, and run upfield for the score, not come back and turn the fuck around for the ball and not look for a fucking flutter ball. First off, why the hell did he even throw a fucking flutter ball in the back of that end zone? Even the guys in the booth, Charles Davis said, yeah, he didn't put enough on there. People, I think one of the reporters at the game even said he didn't put enough on there. Come on. So it's not hating. It's just like, bro, we're seeing this. I did some digging on some stats. Derek Carr is about 27 and 32. I mean, it's in. In November and December, he is not the best. September, October, everybody loves Derek Carr. But right when it comes down to November and December, Derek Carr is not the best. He just is. He's not the best. And, you know, I was doing a comparison. Derek Carr is basically Tony Romo 2.0. I said it. Derek Carr is Tony Romo 2.0. Y'all know how Tony Romo looked good early on the season, but come late around after Thanksgiving and like towards that November, December part, where was Tony Romo when you needed him? That's when Dallas was choking. Carr, bro, it's I don't know. But I tell you this, man. I tell you this. We could either continue to have Carr. I know there's some folks that believe that John Gruden loves him now, but, you know, I'm going to be real here. I need this man to win games. I give two shits about stats. I'm looking at some of these quarterbacks. I'm like, well, you know, he only has about 2,000 yards throwing, but he's what? 6-2. I'm just saying, like, screw the stats. If you can't drive downfield and you have your ass in the red zone and you can't execute in the red zone, you end up settling for a field goal, not once, not twice, three or four times? Come on, man. Y'all couldn't execute in the red zone? Come on. Hey, EJ, go compare the numbers, bro. They about the same. We know the fucking defense, and I'm going to say this shit right now. Motherfuckers, we know the fucking defense is shit, but your fucking offense is playing like I can't execute in the damn red zone. That's a fucking problem. You can't win in the playoffs if you cannot execute in the red zone. Didn't we have this problem late last year? We can't keep doing this too little, too late shit. These quick 3 and outs, absolutely. King Kunta, you right. Late 3 and outs, it shit ain't working. You got your running back there, and I'm going to say something even funny. I told you guys this going back to last year. You know when you see who's running the script, you can tell when you're running the script, and you can tell when it's your guy just doing what he's doing. You give him, he got his plays on his wrist, or he's got his plays that he's going to decide to run that he already predetermined. And, you know, you can tell that difference. You can tell. You can tell when you run a script going downfield to score, And you can tell when it's Derek going downfield on his own. You can tell. If you take the time and look, you can tell the difference. I'm serious. I promise you, I would not bullshit you on this. I promise you, I would not waste your time on this. Okay? I wouldn't yank your chain. I wouldn't say something spewing out of my ass. I would not even do that because I don't have the time to do that. Y'all can go somewhere else and hear that shit. You can go listen to that shit on NFL Network, where you can listen to David Carr say some wild shit. And I will say this on John Gruden's part, you know, maybe you might want to put your foot down because I don't know why I'm seeing more Jason Old Man Witten. I mean, got respect for him, but you know, yesterday's game showed you why am I not seeing more Foster Moreau? Romo may be better in certain ways because Romo would run right away. But the thing of it is, if you look at performance-wise, they kind of equal out on November and December. So, there's that. And thank you. I was so glad to see Trent Brown yesterday. Mr. Brown, thank you for coming out there to play. And I know some folks talked about, well, let's talk about these contracts. Corey Littleton, Carl Nassib, Trent Brown. I'm going to say this, you guys. You need Trent Brown. You need Trent Brown. And the other reason with Trent Brown, with the whole Ivy situation, you don't want to try to terminate that contract because he can throw out a lawsuit against you. He can. He literally can. And he can try to say, you know what? I want 85% of my contract given to me. So you don't want to try to force that situation. I say keep Trent Brown, smooth things out. Things need to get smoothed out between him and the front office. I hope things do. So far, it does look like it has. And work it out and see and just move on forward. Shit happens, but you got to work this out. Corey Littleton's contract, you know, it could be adjusted once more. I mean, it got adjusted before the beginning of the season. So you can go back. You could go back and try to adjust it one more time. But I'm going to say this. Carl Nassib contract, that 3 years, $25 million. Cut it. Cut it. Carl Nassib's contract, you got to cut it. That was terrible. That was terrible. There's a way out of it. I mean, what am I looking to say? You're gonna bite some dead cap. If you can spread it out, you can spread it out by 1.5 or 2.5 million over the next 2 seasons, and you can be out of it. And don't take the straight hit going right into next year. So there's that. The next thing you could do on certain contracts, y'all can go and get rid of Malik Collins too. That's another guy. Terrible Yes, you said it right, Mr. Rodriguez. You said it right. We can get rid of Big Malik Collins because the only guy that I see on that D line that's getting pressure is Mo Hurst. I be seeing Mo Hurst get right through there. See it all the time. And I just figure out, I'm just like, damn. Why isn't Mo Hurst getting the recognition that he should have been getting? And then I just listen to these pressers like, they had COVID. They had that. I'm looking at these other teams that he had COVID. He had injuries. He came right back out, did his fucking job. And you know what? This is why their team is looking at the playoffs. I'm going to say this about Max Crosby. I like Max, but I think Max is out there too long. Max is really your pass rusher. When it comes, it'll be times he'll get back there on run support. He'll get back there for a tackle for loss and whatnot, and it's good. But the thing of it is, Max, I think Max should just be like your main pass rusher. Just have him come in on pass rushing downs. That's it. Yeah, Tyrell Williams, he's another one that needs to get cut. But yeah, like I said, I like Max. Max is he's a good player. I think things, and I'm about to get right into it right now. I think things going into Thursday, guys gonna need to come out and do something. That's a statement game for that defense because that D line needs to show everybody that they can do something, that they're not a fluke. There's so much that we can just say, we can go back and look at and be like, hey, we drafted you in the first round. We drafted you in the fourth round. We brought you in for free agency. We gave you that extension, and we haven't seen anything. In all honesty, some of these guys that are on these 1-2 year deals or these situations where the Raiders can get out of their contract, if I'm them, I should be looking at it like this. This Thursday, next Saturday, and then that next Sunday, I believe, that final game against Denver, that's your audition. This is Derek Carr's audition. Rod Marinelli coaching his defense. This is his audition. Eric Harris audition. Are you going to do something? Because we shorthanded. I know Maurice Hurst is under contract, so I'm going to say this is an audition for him too. But I think they'll still bring him back. When he's healthy, he's reliable. It's just COVID sucks. I felt like that week took away from him. We look offensively. Nelson Aguilar got to stop dropping some of these balls. This is an audition for him. Devontae Booker, Jalen Richard. Who else am I missing? Lawson, I don't even expect him to come back, but just the name on top of a few. Oh, Nicholas Morrow. I hope he gets out of concussion protocol. I've been hard on Nicholas Morrow, and Nicholas Morrow showed me that he can hang, and I got respect for him, mad respect. But that's a guy that, he's looking for a spot too. So, moment of truth. I know you guys been waiting for this. 4 candidates that could be taking that defensive coordinator spot. Word is Wade Phillips. And the thing is, Wade Phillips just want to come back. He want to come back and coach. All right? Wade Phillips wants a defensive coordinator job. He'll take any job. If he got to be a defensive consultant, but he wants to coach again. Like he's doing like a defensive coaching school right now. You can sign up for those classes. I'm going to give him free publicity right now for that. I mean, them classes about $339. So on the Raiders watch list is Wade Phillips, Gus Bradley is on that list. Rex, the foot fetish Ryan. Let me stop. Rex Ryan is on that list as well. And Marinelli is considered that 4th guy. So Phillips, Bradley, Ryan, and Marinelli. But I feel like there's going to be a 5th one. No, haven't heard any word about Raheem Morris, but that could be your dark horse guy. That could be your dark horse guy that you bring in for, say, oh, shit, I can't find anybody. I need to find somebody now. But right now, Raheem Morris is 4-4, stepping in as interim head coach with a record of 500. So there might be a chance he might end up keeping that job. So Marinelli, look, the plan for Thursday, we're going to see Marinelli run what he runs best, what helps his team succeed, and what he's good at doing. If you go back, look at how he ran stuff in Dallas, that Tampa 2 defense, he's going to try to run it, and it's going to be simple. It's going to take a little ease off the guys. And really, you're just going to probably see some different stunts from the D-line. And they're going to find a way to get pressure. I mean, they got to get pressure to the point where they're actually grabbing the quarterback and sacking him. I know we've heard this story year in, year out and shit, but I mean, the Raiders need to get pressure against the Chargers Thursday night. Matt Patricia, I'm going to tell you guys this. Look, I haven't heard anything about Patricia. Patricia might end up going back to New England. So there's that. I know a lot of folks are like, oh, we need to get him. Marvin Lewis ain't coming back. I don't know where everybody getting Marvin Lewis from. Marvin Lewis sitting back chilling. Let that man rest. Let him live his best life. Let him live. He's done. Now, I heard somebody talking to me about, I remember somebody talking to me with Joe Barry, linebackers coach for the Rams, and that could be an option. You know, that's Marinelli's son-in-law, so you never know. But really, those 4 guys are what we're hearing for right now. Those are your 4 guys. Son of a bum, Wade Phillips, Gus Bradley. If, he gets fired in L.A., and you got Rex, and then Marinelli. And, here's the thing. Y'all should know good and damn well. Everybody said they want a young player, a younger coach. The reason why we might not get a younger coach is because you have a lot of these teams saying, shit, the Raiders getting this guy. I want to keep this guy. I want to groom him. They're going to deny access. And that's happened to us plenty of times. Funny thing is, that was some of the first things that happened to John Gruden when he came back into the league. Teams were denying, we're going to deny that guy. We're going to deny that guy. The Jets actually did it because they weren't going to go with Greg Olsen as the offensive coordinator at first. They were going to go with Joe Morton. They ended up getting Joe Morton. So he's I think he's an offensive assistant coach or something like that. But they were going to go with him originally. You guys got to factor in that these teams do not want other teams to succeed with them taking their guys. So they're going to say deny access and deny any interviews. So you guys got to factor that in. This is why that list of Wade Phillips, Rex Ryan, Gus Bradley, what's going on with the Chargers, that makes sense. Marinelli possibly staying, that makes sense. Greg Williams, I don't think so, man. I don't think so. But somebody told me to check this out, and I'm going to check it out. College ranks. See, here's the thing. I wouldn't even touch the college ranks this year because most of these clubs, they couldn't even really finish their season. So why would you? I wouldn't even touch the college ranks. I'd leave that alone. Now, if they were able to play their full season, them coaching and whatnot, I would look at it. But right now, nah. And anybody that says Derek Ainsley, no. Derek Ainsley got some work to do with Tennessee's defense. He's trying. They didn't look too well, and he's trying to build continuity within that defense. And those guys need it. They need it good. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's check this game out real quick. There is 9 minutes left in this third quarter. And Cleveland's down by 8. Our lives hang in the balance. But I'm going to be real, you guys. I mean, Baltimore sees this opportunity. They're going to try to slide in and get it. Because, as a matter of fact, they actually had the tiebreaker over the Colts, I believe. Yeah, they actually do. So if they win out and the Colts lose one more game, they get it. Now, Cleveland, they could pull something off. And they see that the Steelers have been losing some games. And they play the Steelers for the final game of the season. You might have a showdown for who's trying to win the division right there. But right now, I'm going to be real, ladies and gentlemen. The Raiders had their opportunity back when they played the Falcons. They had the opportunity last night. They ain't getting the job done. It is what it is. It sucks. But the fact of the matter is, the Raiders didn't take care of business. So another year of not making the playoffs, who's to blame? Personnel, players not executing. That's there. Raiders in a way, they have self-imploded. They did this shit to themselves. They could have finished strong, but they did this to themselves. Yeah, Jay, you're right. That Patriots game hurt. That was a game they were supposed to win. That Falcons game, that was a game they were supposed to win. Even this Colts game, because the Colts did not even really bring any pressure against our O-line. We should have been lighting it up. We should have been picking them apart. Because you had it early on in the game. You were like, oh, I got this play right there. I found Aguilar on the seams. I found Foster Moreau on the seams. So those seam routes were open. What do I think of Greg Olsen? Greg Olsen is meh. Like sometimes it looks good and then sometimes it's like, oh. But if you remember, most of those plays do come from John Gruden. And that's why I look at John Gruden like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you being conservative here? John Gruden, you should be being aggressive. You should be running up the score and shit. Nope. So it's funny. People say John Gruden has an ego. How the fuck can you have an ego and you haven't won shit? Somebody answer that question. How can you have an ego and you haven't won shit? Did he win? I mean, because I hear folks telling me like, oh, he has this big ego. He couldn't have Rex Ryan with him. John ain't got no fucking business having that. You want to win, right? Y'all get the fuck along and get your job done. This ain't buddy time. This ain't that school project where you bullshit on it. This is a school project in college where you need to get that A so you can get your fucking degree, which is that damn Super Bowl or playoffs. So I don't want to hear that shit. I'm telling you this, some say, oh, I don't want old retread. Well, that's too damn bad right now. If you know that Rex Ryan can give you a top 10 defense, damn it, you take it. You know that Wade Phillips can give you a top 10 defense, well, damn it, you take it. Beggars can't be choosers. Do you want subpar? Do you want middle of the pack? Or what you guys been screaming and wanting for the past couple years, a top 10 defense? What do you want? I want a top 10 defense. I would like that, sir. So if the offense can be successful and stay at a top 10, especially within scoring, and top 10 within yards, I want my defense to be top 10 as well. And the guys that can do it that I given to you on this list, Wade Phillips, Rex Ryan, Rod Marinelli, and then Gus Bradley. Those are your hot hands that can get it done. Y'all need to stop looking at Rex Ryan like it's the New York Jets or the Buffalo Bills. Go back to Rex Ryan when he was coaching the Baltimore Ravens as defensive coordinator, because homie was tearing shit up. We already know what Wade Phillips can do. Bill Musgraves is actually at Cal University right now. So there's that. Paul, you said, I think that's just rumors. If coaches and players say he's a good guy and good to work here to work here to his bucket list coach, But a lot of that is media talk for real because Paul, now who are you talking about? Are you talking about John Gruden? So other players are saying he don't have ex-players are saying he doesn't have an ego. So basically, that's media saying that he has an ego. You talking about John Gruden or you talking about Rex Ryan? Paul. Rex or are you talking about John? Because I can agree with you with okay, so you're talking about Gruden. I can believe that because the only folks I've heard that say that are these talking heads on NFL Network, or you hear them on ESPN on First Take. I don't hear any players saying this. I had one of his former wide receivers from the from the Eagles, Rod Carpenter. He didn't even say he had an ego. So, yeah, it's bullshit. I really don't think he does have it because I'm going to say this. When I saw that John Gruden was willing to admit I believe you, bro. I believe you. I say one thing that stuck out. When John Gruden was willing to admit that week when we were about to play the Jets, he said that I don't know everything. I was wrong. John Gruden was able to admit that he was wrong. That should tell you something. Because a person with the ego, they don't admit that they're wrong. Not one damn bit. They hate that. They don't even say it. So, other than that, ladies and gentlemen, we can ask for a wing and a prayer from the Cleveland Browns to save our playoff hopes. But I just don't see it. I don't see it. We can just win out the rest of the season, just get these last three in. Raiders could go 10-6, or I can't be I can't be overly excited that they'll probably do that because most likely the Raiders probably will finish 8-8 or 9-7. And it's downright frustrating and pathetic. It is. It's not fair to the fans. It's not fair to everybody that has been a fan of the silver and black. I say dating back to the fucking 60s, bruh. It ain't fair. When you can't finish in the second half of the season, you can't finish games that are supposed to be won. I'm not saying that they're an easy team, but when you have games that you're supposed to win, you're supposed to do it. Why are you playing to your opponent's level? I shouldn't hear nobody say a certain person is a top 5 quarterback and he can't beat a top 5 defense. So, I said my piece. I said my rant. I keep it real. I keep telling you guys the truth. That is what I do. You guys deserve that. You guys deserve to hear all of it. You shouldn't get the half-ass, half-baked story. That's what creates confusion. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap tonight's show up. We have a short week. We will have our pregame show and postgame show this Thursday night as we take on the Los Angeles Chargers at home. Hopefully we can win a game there because lately we haven't been able to execute on that. But other than that, you guys can recap the show on our YouTube page, The Unfiltered Truth. You guys can subscribe to it. I would greatly appreciate you guys subscribing to it. recap any of the shows that you guys missed, any of the interviews that you missed. We got them all up there. If you're not able to watch the show, we're on Spotify. Just look for the Unfiltered Truth. You can find our episodes down there. If you haven't, subscribe to IE Sports Radio's Facebook page and recap it on there. Other than that, y'all take care. God bless. This is the Unfiltered Truth. And follow me at Phil Jones NFL at Twitter and Instagram. And you can find me on Facebook. So enjoy your night, and let's hope that we get a wing and a prayer.